Resolving team conflicts effectively is crucial for our productivity. What initial steps can we take when conflicts arise within our team?
When conflicts occur, start by facilitating an open and safe dialogue. Encourage team members to express their concerns and feelings without judgment. Active listening is key.
How can we identify the root causes of these conflicts?
To identify the root causes, use techniques like the 5 whys or conduct one-on-one interviews with involved parties. Understanding the underlying issues is essential for finding sustainable solutions.
What if a conflict escalates and becomes detrimental to the team's performance? How can we intervene effectively?
If conflicts escalate, consider bringing in a neutral third party, such as a mediator or HR representative, to facilitate discussions. They can offer an unbiased perspective and help guide the resolution process.
In some cases, conflicts might be related to differences in work styles or communication preferences. How can we address these without assigning blame?
Promote self-awareness within the team. Encourage team members to understand their own and others' work styles and communication preferences. Provide training or workshops to enhance communication skills.
Conflict can sometimes lead to personal animosities. How can we separate personal issues from work-related conflicts?
It's essential to establish clear boundaries between personal and professional matters. Encourage team members to focus on the facts and the impact of conflicts on work outcomes rather than personal grievances.
Is there a role for team leaders or managers in conflict resolution, and if so, what should they do?
Team leaders and managers play a vital role. They should actively listen to both sides, remain impartial, and facilitate the resolution process. Additionally, they can provide coaching and support to prevent future conflicts.
How do we ensure that the resolutions reached are lasting and don't lead to recurrent conflicts?
After resolving conflicts, it's crucial to follow up. Monitor the situation, provide feedback, and, if necessary, make adjustments. Promote a culture of continuous improvement and learning from past conflicts.
Conflict resolution can be emotionally taxing. How can we support the emotional well-being of team members involved?
Acknowledge the emotional toll conflicts can take. Offer resources like counseling or stress management programs. Create a supportive environment where team members feel safe discussing their emotions.
Finally, how can we turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and team development?
Encourage a growth mindset within the team. After conflicts are resolved, reflect on the lessons learned and use them to improve processes and team dynamics. It's an opportunity for continuous improvement.
Thank you for these valuable insights. It's clear that addressing conflicts constructively can lead to a more harmonious and productive team.
You're welcome. Indeed, managing conflicts effectively can foster a positive team environment and ultimately contribute to our success. I've heard about the concept of turning conflicts into opportunities. How can we do that effectively?
It's a powerful approach. Firstly, when a conflict arises, try to view it as a chance for growth and improvement rather than a problem. This mindset shift is crucial.
What steps can we take to transform conflicts into opportunities for positive change?
Start by analyzing the conflict. Identify its root causes and potential areas for improvement. Then, involve all parties in a collaborative problem-solving process.
How can we encourage team members to see conflicts as opportunities rather than as disruptions?
Communication is key. Foster a culture where team members understand that conflicts are a natural part of any collaborative effort. Emphasize that addressing conflicts constructively leads to growth.
Can you provide an example of how a conflict was turned into an opportunity in a workplace setting?
Certainly. Imagine a team where two members frequently clash due to differing work styles. Instead of letting it escalate, the team leader organized a workshop on work style diversity. This not only resolved their conflict, but also improved team dynamics.
What if a conflict involves a difference in values or ethics? How can we turn such conflicts into opportunities?
Conflicts related to values or ethics are sensitive. It's crucial to have open and respectful discussions, allowing everyone to share their perspectives. This can lead to a more inclusive and ethical team culture.
Sometimes conflicts may reveal systemic issues within the organization. How can we address these broader concerns?
Use conflicts as a catalyst for organizational improvement. If a conflict highlights systemic issues, involve relevant stakeholders and work collectively to implement changes that prevent similar conflicts in the future.
Are there any techniques or tools that can help us in this process of turning conflicts into opportunities?
Techniques like the 6 thinking hats method or SWOT analysis can be helpful for structured problem solving. Additionally, conflict resolution training and coaching can equip team members with valuable skills.
How can we measure the success of this approach? What are some indicators of effectively turning conflicts into opportunities?
Success can be measured by the resolution of the conflict, improved team collaboration, and the implementation of changes that address underlying issues. Positive changes in team dynamics and performance are key indicators.
In conclusion, it seems that with the right mindset and approach, conflicts can indeed become opportunities for growth and positive change.
Absolutely. Embrace conflicts as chances to learn, adapt, and enhance both individual and team capabilities. It's a mindset that can lead to continuous improvement and success.
Dealing with difficult team members can be challenging. What strategies can we employ to address these situations effectively?
It's essential to approach this tactfully. Firstly, try to understand the underlying reasons for their behavior. Is it a personal issue, a communication problem, or something else?
How can we communicate with difficult team members without escalating the conflict?
Use I statements to express your feelings and concerns, focusing on the impact of their behavior. For example, say, I feel frustrated when deadlines are missed because it affects the entire team's progress.
What if the difficult team member is resistant to feedback or unaware of their behavior?
If they are unaware, provide specific examples and ask for their perspective. Be empathetic and non-confrontational. If they are resistant, involve a mediator or HR to facilitate the conversation.
How can we set clear expectations and boundaries with difficult team members?
Define expectations and boundaries in writing, if possible. Document team norms, roles, and responsibilities, and have everyone review and agree to them. This creates a shared understanding.
Sometimes, conflicts arise from a lack of clarity about roles and responsibilities. How can we prevent this?
Regularly review and clarify roles and responsibilities within the team. Encourage open communication about workload and task allocation. This reduces misunderstandings and potential conflicts.
What if the difficult team member's behavior is affecting team morale and performance?
In such cases, prioritize the well-being of the team. Hold a team meeting to address the issue collectively and seek input on potential solutions. Ensure everyone's concerns are heard and validated.
Is there a role for team leaders or managers in dealing with difficult team members?
Absolutely. Leaders should provide guidance and support to both the difficult team member and the team. They may need to set clear consequences for continued disruptive behavior.
How can we ensure that the difficult team member has an opportunity for growth and improvement?
Offer constructive feedback and coaching. Set up a performance improvement plan if necessary, with clear goals and timelines. Encourage them to seek professional development.
In some cases, it may become necessary to remove a difficult team member. How can we do this while minimizing disruption to the team?
If termination is the last resort, ensure it's done professionally and with empathy. Have a plan in place for redistributing their workload and supporting the remaining team members during the transition.
Wrapping up, it's clear that addressing difficult team members requires a combination of empathy, clear communication, and a commitment to maintaining team morale and performance.
Absolutely. Dealing with difficult team members is a delicate balance. Approach it with the goal of improving the situation for everyone involved, and be prepared to take necessary steps for the team's well-being. have heard about restorative practices. How can we implement them effectively, especially in educational or workplace settings?
Restorative practices are indeed valuable for fostering a sense of community and resolving conflicts. To implement them effectively, start by creating a safe and inclusive environment where people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings.
How do we begin using restorative practices in conflict resolution?
In conflict resolution, restorative practices emphasize empathy and active listening. When conflicts arise, facilitate restorative circles or meetings where all parties can express their perspectives, emotions, and needs. The focus should be on understanding rather than blaming.
Can you provide some examples of restorative practices that have been successful in resolving conflicts?
Sure. In schools, peer mediation programs and restorative justice circles have been effective in addressing conflicts and repairing relationships. In workplaces, restorative circles and conflict coaching can help employees resolve issues peacefully.
What if there is resistance from some individuals or stakeholders to adopt restorative practices?
Resistance is common when introducing new practices. It's essential to provide training and education about the benefits of restorative practices, share success stories, and involve all stakeholders in the decision-making process.
How can restorative practices contribute to a more inclusive and empathetic culture?
Restorative practices encourage individuals to understand and appreciate diverse perspectives. By fostering empathy and active listening, they can create a culture where differences are respected and inclusion is a priority.
Are there specific tools or frameworks that can help guide the implementation of restorative practices?
Yes, there are frameworks like the Restorative Practices International (RP) model and the Real Justice Framework. These provide structured approaches to implementing restorative practices in various settings.
How do we measure the effectiveness of restorative practices in building stronger relationships and resolving conflicts?
Effectiveness can be measured through surveys, feedback from participants, and monitoring changes in the frequency and severity of conflicts. Positive shifts in the workplace or educational environment are key indicators.
Can you share an example of a workplace that successfully implemented restorative practices and saw positive outcomes?
Certainly. One workplace introduced restorative practices as part of their conflict resolution program. By conducting regular restorative circles, they noticed improved communication, increased trust among employees, and a decrease in workplace conflicts.
In summary, restorative practices can be a valuable tool for promoting empathy, resolving conflicts, and creating more inclusive environments in educational and workplace settings.
Absolutely. Restorative practices prioritize healing and understanding, making them effective tools for building strong relationships and addressing conflicts in a constructive manner.